We are live. Hey. Hi, this is Sue Greenwald. I'm with Awakened Stories. I'm here today with King Smarty. Yay. Hey, Smarty, how are you?
I'm fantastic, like always. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So,
Good.
yep, just getting set up here. So let's see. I have lots of questions. I don't know where you want to start, but one of them was about you put out a video last night about the Help Someone Today campaigns. All right. So do you want to kind of explain that video? It was actually beautifully done.
Yeah, I don't like to do things over, so I mess up all the time. But anyway, right? You got the message across.
It was
Uh,
perfectly done.
yeah, Daddy wanted me to do that video because at the moment we're being stretched thin, and he wants more and more people to participate so that we can have people from all across the board campaigning with us, doing these type of campaigns,
Right.
helping somebody today, not just talk about it like some of the campaigns you guys are following nowadays. And you know which what I'm talking about. You got all these people saying this and saying that and blah blah blah, and they're not actually performing. So we are performing. We're doing everything we can to get the job done, which is help somebody today. Of course, we're starting with just face painters and giving away gift bags for the children and all that. I started that initially. However, it's grown. In certain places, we're doing food. In other places, we're doing sports and stuff like that. So the video was just based on gathering more and more people to be a part of the Company of Heaven Help Someone Today campaign across the board. We already have a website that's just about completed with all the different locations all across the world, actually. And as we continue to build this campaign and this humanitarian campaign, might I say, because everything that we're doing is free.
Right.
So there's no income coming from off of these campaigns directly to me or to the people that's involved. That being said, everybody that participates come free. They don't have to pay for anything except for maybe if we do it in a location where there's restaurants. Some restaurants are willing to give us discounts. Others just don't want to do nothing with it. They don't want to be a part of it whatsoever. However, if they're in that vicinity of a restaurant, then obviously you have to go pay for the food in that location. Other than that, it's free to come get a gift bag. It's free to listen to music. It's free to bring your children and get face painting, balloons. We had a magician last time. We're working on trying to get some other stuff in other locations as far as magicians and stuff like that. And of course, security for the children, because it's a big thing that we're doing, and it's basically for the children so that they have a safe environment to come to, and they don't have to worry about being snatched up, like we know has that's been happening, and also bringing the community together where the cabal has successfully scared the shit out of everybody with all their bullshit they post on the news, where nobody wants to come out their house and they're afraid of certain things. And they're the ones that designed it this way, because they're the ones that are sending out cabal law enforcement to kill people, right? They're the ones that are sending out other agencies to snatch up children. They're the ones that are secretly gang banging, making it seem like the other gang did it. So there's a whole network of these type of things that the cabal has been doing to get everybody afraid to not come out their house.
Right.
So what we're changing all that, literally. And that's what these campaigns are about. And there's people out there that want to help and want to give. The problem is that they don't want to give to a campaign or a program that the money don't go where it's supposed to be going. One of the reasons why I started this campaign and doing my own funding, because I was aware of that. People are not going to put money up just for, just to line somebody's pockets up. Right. So that being said, the reason why we're doing it this way is because we want people to see that we're putting our money where our mouth is, and we're doing everything that we said we're doing, along with giving out healing toys in the bags. Everything that we do has energy behind it because I place it there. Even if a parent picks up a gift bag, that gift bag has frequencies on it. The toys in the bags have frequencies on it. We just started doing the wristbands. They have frequencies on it. All of the tents, all of everything that we're doing is literally to raise the vibration.
Right.
So as people come in and be a part of it, they learn about me, they learn about what I can do, they learn about my products, and maybe I get a supporter buying my stuff so I can continue these campaigns. If I got to do it by myself, I will. Lately, it's been difficult, so Daddy had me put out the post where we needed help, and a lot of you guys stepped to the plate. So I appreciate that. I love all you guys, and we need some heavy hitters to participate in what we're doing.
Right.
So that's what the video was about. It's about changing everyone's mindset, and we're going to use this campaign in the very near future to get everybody on board with Move. So it's going to be intertwined with it all. It's so beautiful the way that Daddy has planned it, and more people are coming to the table as we speak, and that we haven't even discussed, and we haven't talked about. But we got a lot of people involved, and this is why we're able to do the campaigns. And we're able to do it free. It's free for the people.
Okay.
Yeah. So
well, so far we have so upcoming in I think it might be next weekend is Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yep, November 9th. November 9th.
And then next year, I know that you're in the middle of planning Chicago in June and 2 in Puerto Rico. I mean, there's so many. So there's so many locations. So I guess what I would say is if you live in any of those locations, the organizers can always use trusted helpers. All right.
Right.
Volunteers to help pack the gift bags, give them out, greet people, answer questions, help set up or whatever. Plus, it's fun to be at. But one of the things that I thought you were doing this for was to raise the vibration in certain areas. So we have this event, and like you said, everything has the frequencies. It raises the vibration. So people don't really understand that. They don't get it, but it's fun and they feel good when they're there and that when they leave, right?
Yeah, you're right. And there's so many more things that we're doing it for.
Yeah.
We're going to bring out the entertainment, entertainers, sports and athletes, and this is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So that when we post about we're doing to help someone to campaign over here, everybody's going to want to go.
Yeah.
Everybody. So that's where we're going with it, because you don't know what type of surprise Smarty and the crew is going to have at one of these events. So they're not going to want to miss it. Right now, we had a lot of pushback from people within the communities, because a lot of them have been involved with the human trafficking, and that's why they won't even touch this, because it takes away from what they're doing.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons we had a lot of pushback. And there are some people that are, some of the people that we're getting to do some of these events, they're looking to get, political with the shit and have political people show up and all this other crap. And we don't, excuse me, we don't care about none of them. It's simple. We need an event planner. If you're an event planner, you can do it yourself. Face painting, food banks, balloon twisters, stilt walkers, DJ, singers, and they could be local in your area. It's that
Yeah.
simple. We don't need some big politician to come in and then try to control what we're doing, which ain't going to happen anyway.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. I've noticed some individuals want to go at these people for help, and it's like you guys are going to the wrong fucking people for help because they're the ones that are part of the problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we need to keep it simple. We need a local event planner. If you don't have an event planner in your area, become one. Period. There's plenty of Jedis in the group that have the abilities to do whatever they want. So if you guys want to do it, start doing it now. Start investigating everything within your community. So when it's time for us to go there, you have everything. That's another reason why Dad had me post that yesterday. Because he wants these to happen everywhere, and they will.
And I'd say if the person that's planning it has enough time, they can go to local businesses and get prizes, sponsorship, donations, and like you've done before. Some areas get food to hand out. And I know you funded some of the food and some of the school supplies, but we can get handouts to give people that actually need it. And that builds awareness. And one of the other benefits of doing this is really promoting local businesses. Help them get started, help them get out in the public. I mean, obviously, we want to do things as low cost as possible, but we want to make things nice. So once they realize it's a not-for-profit, there's no profit, there's no money other than, what we pay people, they'll want to be involved, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And also keep in mind when you are doing these searches and investigation, let them know that ask them their pricing and then ask them what's your humanitarian price.
Yeah.
Because they will give you a humanitarian price. Okay, this is your price. So since this is a humanitarian effort, what would you charge us because this is a humanitarian effort?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying that because I had to do all this. I literally had to do it all. And some people wouldn't even budge. So those people, obviously, we didn't work with them because if you can't lower your price to do something for the people, then we don't even want to be, you shouldn't, we don't, no, you're good. Get out of here. Take a hike. And that's why we had to do some of the things on our own as well because of situations like that.
Right.
We're looking for like-minded people that want to give back. We've been successful in what we've been doing, so that's why we're doing this, right? And the best part about it is the actual healing, the frequencies, the vibration, just like the proposal video says, and communicating with everybody and coming together as one. This is the beginning of it all, and nobody expected it to be this way, but it is.
Right. Right. How many people, billionaires, let's say, do you know that are out there doing these events for free without trying to get, we'll call it the publicity for doing these events? Like, obviously, we're taking pictures. We want people to know what we're doing, right, at these events, but it's a whole different reason. How many people do you know that are doing it for the right reason? Like about zero.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe I get somebody looking at the website here and there, but it's not even about that.
Yeah.
It's about doing what Dad wants us to do, raise the vibration, and if we get lucky, we can get a sale from one of the participants, or I put the free healing page,
Yeah. Yeah.
the free healing page, and all that stuff. So my job is to heal the people, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I got so many jobs, but that's, one of them.
Yeah. The use of the QR codes is genius, right?
Mm-hmm.
So using a QR code to direct people to websites or this or that is so much, like most people know how to use them now, even me.
That's funny. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. But I would say your events have been extremely successful. People have had a great time. The kids get to run around and just be kids, which is something they're sorely lacking, nowadays. Like most parents are afraid to let their kids out of the house,
That's true. That's
so
true. I
this,
even had fun. I was walking around with the bubbles,
yeah.
and the kids was just following me, and I'm just laughing and
Yeah.
having the
Yeah.
bubbles come out the
Yeah.
bubble machine.
Yep. Yep. So basically, I was going to suggest in that I could write up like kind of an overview or an outline of what people could do when they want to have an event, what they could do, but I haven't done that yet. And add that into my to-do list. But that way, if people are interested in having an event, they can contact me. I'll send them that sheet, or we could put it on the website.
Yeah, yeah,
We do have facts on the website, and the website is actually out there.
yeah.
But to be honest, we haven't even had time to look at it properly.
Hmm.
So we will put that out there for people, and that just gives you a little bit more support if you don't know, how to do an event.
Yeah, and there's plenty of people to even help you too. So don't put
Yeah,
everything on yourself, because we have a lot to do, and there's plenty of people willing and able. And
yeah,
as long as Daddy approves, they can be a part of it. Because
yeah,
some people we know for a fact that there's secret undercover CIA agents acting like one of us, trying to help and all that shit. And it's like, we know who you are, so just cut it out. The cool part about it is that if he wants to, he can change them or just eliminate them. To me, it don't even matter. What we're doing is going to be completed one way or the other.
yeah,
So, as long as people are on the up and up and want to help out because it's the right thing to do, then we're all for it.
yeah,
Um, Otherwise, you can still help us and then just be exposed, and you'll fade away. But other than that, we're moving forward with this thing, and because Dad and I are backing it, it's going to be a success no matter what.
awesome. And so in the future, that's going to tie into the move. So like these events will maybe have they'll be bigger with more games and whatever.
Yeah, so I see it like this: you come for the free event, then you sign up for Move.
Yeah,
So it's going to be cool, and then we talk to producers and TV owners and stuff like that just this morning. So we are growing. Everything is growing,
awesome.
and they love what we're doing. I talked to a few people yesterday and just changed their whole looking life, right? Because the one lady said, "Well, you're bringing me hope." I said, "I'm bringing you more than hope."
Awesome. Awesome.
So we got people that are slowly coming on board, and the more people we got helping what we're doing, the faster we can achieve the cool things that are coming.
Right.
We all know that the cabal is crumbling. We all know that, well, not everybody, but we all know that there are being things that are happening to literally wipe them out. That's what the angelic forces were doing all night until actually 1 o'clock. There was a post by I guess one of the Q team guys that said the satanic. I posted it. The
Yeah, yeah.
satanic cabal ends at 12. It actually ended at 1. So um, between Monday of this week until tomorrow night, it's going to be like super super in your face type of things where you're going to know without a shadow of a doubt that these motherfuckers are gone. Hold up, there's B. Let me see. Let me tell
Hi.
them we're on the call. I'm on with Sue. What's up?
Oh, that's a call. So I probably can't. Oh, you on? Okay.
Yeah, so we're on with Sue. Just hit everything we gotta hit, and expose everything Daddy wants to expose publicly times the Googleplex.
Okay, and Blue.
Done.
Done,
All
done,
right.
done.
Well, I'll give you a call as soon as we're done.
That's right.
All
Okay.
right.
Love y'all.
Love you, bro. Bye-bye.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's a lot going on. The Angelics, Galactics, we are here. We've been here for some time. We're making ourselves known every day. And last night, since Monday till last night, we were handing their asses to them. So we've already won. And we're literally in your face with it right now. The more and more I tell you guys that the Galactics, Angelics will make a visible presence, the more it does happen. Okay? So we're at the point where I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing over here, right, behind the scenes, and then doing what I'm doing with the move and the help someone today and the company of heaven and holograms and blah, blah, blah over here. So we're literally taking care of business on all fronts. And they all going to have to answer to that anyway, which is coming to me and, jumping on the bandwagon, if you would.
Okay. So I want to back up for 1 second. Is it okay to give out the website for the Help Someone events?
Yeah, of course.
I just want to tell everyone it's not 100% completed yet, but it's all right. Creatively help someone today events.com or .org. Okay. And it was hastily thrown together. It's not done yet. We haven't actually had time to look at it, but I will also be putting together more info to put on there for you to answer, a lot of the questions we're getting. So you're saying from last Monday, so today's Friday, through Saturday night, there's a really big push taking out the cabal and the satanics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, really, really big push, which is why we released 10 billion armadas yesterday.
Okay. So I'm going to say you have like 200 whatever million or billion armadas out there.
It's 20 billion.
Okay. It's a big number. So I did have some questions. What do they look like? Do they look like we're starting to see more angelic presence around the world? Like you're seeing that on video, you're seeing pictures. People are telling you their stories more and more, which is so exciting. They can basically look any way they want. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
that is true. Majority of them are just a crystalline silhouette. And they don't have wings. They're some of the angelics that they call, or people think are angelics, are nothing but a different species from somewhere else with wings. So you'll find out about all that too, because Daddy wants you to know everything, right? And who better to give you full disclosure than me right here? Okay.
Right. I'm loving it. All right.
So there's actually some stories with military personnel that actually fought beside these particular beings with wings. If you know what you're looking for, you'll find it. Actually, you may not know what you're looking for, but since I'm bringing it up, you will find it. There are different humanoids out there with wings, and they have abilities just like an angelic would, or the way you think an angelic would have.
Yeah.
However, my team are crystalline and they're see-through, and they can be anywhere and do anything, and they can do it in record timing. And a lot of them, to be honest, have been being demoted and promoted, because if we send them to do a specific task and you don't do it, you get demoted. And that's the last thing they want, is to be demoted. Unfortunately for them, some of them had to be demoted. Just last night, I requested to evaporate every single one of them, only because here's what was happening. when they come into this reality, into this existence, they're liable to get tampered, right? So what that means is they'll have some type of entity or bug or microchip or something put into them, because some of the galactics, the dark ones, and some of the dark angels, angelics, if you would, can do certain things, and poisoning them and putting entities on them and putting clouds on them is real, is a thing. So what I suggested was evaporate them all, bring them all back, unpenetrable,
Yep.
unfazable,
Yeah.
new,
Uncorruptible.
yeah, all that stuff. And of
Yeah.
course, Dad didn't allow it. And I said, "You guys are lucky." And the fairies were like, "Yeah, you are, because that shit hurt." So I didn't want to do nothing bad, but I know how things work. So I was attempting to just eliminate them, make them whole, and then make them neutral and not neutral, but what's the word? Where you can't be tampered with.
Right.
There's a word for it that I actually was stumble up on it last night as well. Um, um, anyway, it was to make them immune. There you go. It was to make them immune to every fucking thing, everything. That still happened, just we did a different process instead of me just evaporating them all and then bringing them back. And they're thankful for that, because they didn't want to feel that shit. So um, it's wild, the things that I'm telling you guys, but it also will become validated because it's all true. That's one thing. That's many things we have for us, but we're doing this stuff hands on. So what we end up doing was just wiping them clean and then hitting them with those special abilities to make themselves immune to all the BS that they've been throwing at them. And it's not the first time that this has happened to some of the angelic forces as far as being compromised. I told you guys before, some of them came down and saw some of the saw some of the women and whatnot, and the dark ones, blah blah blah, showed them this and showed them that as they were monitoring them, and they became victims to it. So those individuals I did evaporate. So everybody along the lines are knowing that this is not a game. This is for real, and it's a real thing. So the cabal are being eliminated left and right, and they're losing their souls for it all. And that's what it's up. That's what it's really about.
Okay.
Since this is the last cycle, there's no coming back ever.
So what I gathered from what you just said is it hurts to be evaporated.
Right.
Not everybody gets to come back, so that's a super bad thing. And the angelic forces can actually betray you knowingly, or they can be tricked, or whatever you want to say it. They can be corrupted.
Right.
Wow.
That's 100% accurate, and there's 100% consequences for it all.
Okay. Okay. So that's why you brought such a big force in, well, yesterday and whatever, the day before. You brought so many in because you said Daddy's sick of this. He just wants it done.
Yeah. It's been a satanic week.
Yeah.
Not to mention all of the child sacrificing that we faulted, or what was the word for it? We
Interrupted.
Yeah, we eliminated.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that's been happening despite all of the different attacks.
Yeah.
And the attacks have been super heavy everywhere. One of our crew members had a Black Hawk, a black type of helicopter, pass by, and it was a directed energy weapon that put him out. So we had to clean him up and do all this, do what we do. And of course, those type of things only make us stronger. Like, You guys don't realize what the fuck y'all dealing with. Y'all dealing with beings that came for this shit. You know what I'm saying? You dumb motherfuckers. We were made for this shit. You can take your directed energy weapons and shove them up your ass and pull the trigger. Okay?
Yeah, yeah. That's
As a matter
funny.
of fact, I'm gonna do that shit for you.
That's funny. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. So this, I mean, they so messed up. It's over, like over.
Yeah.
And you know, they take they these guys are taking all of our information and sharing it amongst each other. And when they take some of our recorded videos or recorded audio to their commanding officer, there's nothing to be heard because Dad wipes it. And then they're fighting with each other, saying, "I heard it. Didn't you hear it? Yeah, we heard it. Why is not here? We don't know, sir."
Yeah. Awesome.
So
Awesome.
so they don't know what they're dealing with. You're dealing with your creator. We've warned you over and over again. You want to send these little minions to do all this shit. You don't you realize we know where the orders are coming from? You stupid motherfucker, right?
Well, I have gotten lots of reports from this week about attacks. Everyone has been attacked over and over and over. And it's like they don't realize they're just revealing themselves. They're just really, so
Hey, didn't you wake up today feeling different?
yeah. I'm
I'm sure.
grateful.
I'm
Pretty
sure.
grateful.
Right. I'm sure everybody did.
Yeah.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons because of the Halloween shit. It's a satanic week. They use this thingy to to harvest children and do what they do, and you literally have all all the special forces on these motherfuckers like white on rice. So they're not getting away with anything, and it's over. It's over. We're going to do it. I mean, well, yeah, we're going to do it publicly, and it's happening publicly. And you hear certain groups say these guys are in charge, or this is in charge, and this in charge. That's fine with me because at the end of the day, the real commander is right here, and they all answer to Dad, which means they all answered to me without some of them even knowing it. So I'm going to sit here looking pretty and doing what I do and cracking jokes and eliminating people as we go until they finally say, "Okay, Commander, it's time." And then we come front stage with it all. And we're doing these events to just do that. They're done. Super done. Super done. And all of the different beings and children and all those people they violated, if Dad so choose, they will come back. A lot of them will choose not to come back, which is perfectly fine. They can come back in a different form or fashion because since they were, how you say, innocently taken out, they have they can come back in a new body through the chambers or through the birth canal, or when you guys start making your abilities more present, you'll be able to form children in the palm of your hands. So there's a lot that we haven't disclosed because the people aren't ready for it. Remember that thing I talked about with the consciousness rising? Okay, well, the higher we get, the more I can talk shit. Okay.
Excellent. That's excellent.
Yeah, so that's where we're at with it. I think today sometime we're going to be able to raise the consciousness some more. So let's see what happens. I did attempt to hit the Schumann residence yesterday, and Dad says no, it's already pretty much maxed. So we shall see what happens.
Excellent. That is so exciting. So exciting.
All
Yeah.
of it is. All of it is.
Just
Especially you
watching,
guys will feel it. Good.
yeah, just watching the comments, and you're right, we feel it, but everyone was reporting how much they were hit this week.
Right.
And we were all trying to help each other, and it was intense.
Right.
It
Well,
was intense.
you guys did help each other because we're all here. And that being said, they literally threw everything at us, and we're still here. They're not. It's over.
Awesome. So awesome, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. So any like specific reports that you want to give us about what happened this last week? Like any, like I know that there's an earthquake in Israel this last week, I think. And I think you said the Four Kings did that.
Yeah, yeah. The four kings. Remember the king that was awakened during the JP mission.
Yeah.
Well, there's four of them. That not just one. And Dad has restored their armies, and they're the ones that been over there hammering away at the dark ones. Now,
Right. Right.
you guys have to understand that this is not a human to human battle. This is a superhuman to ET type of battle, right? It's also a ET and angelic type of battle. It's why it's stated we don't battle flesh and blood. We battle, the darkness of this world, right?
Right.
So some of the battles are not even on this plane, or should I say, invisible presence. However, invisible, yes. So that's why you can't see some of the things that we can. People aren't. A lot of people don't have the abilities to even see or even comprehend what the fuck I'm saying, right? Because it's like for some people, it's like that's horse shit. Blah blah blah. That's bullshit. That can't that can't be possible. That can't happen. How do you know? Do you see what we see? No, obviously not. Right. So that being said, for those type of individuals, it's like I gotta see it to believe it. Well, thank you, because now you are, you dumb fuck. And I don't mean that as putting people down. It's just the way that I am.
Yeah.
Like the cabal successfully programmed your ass with MK Ultra, with the blue screens, with this and with that and blah blah blah, so that when people like myself and you and others talk about this shit, we're the crazy ones, right?
Right.
Okay, well, guess what? We're the smartest and intelligent ones because we connected to Dad and we know better. And they're going to have to respect that now because we're in your face with it.
Love it.
Me too.
Love it. So exciting. So
It
exciting.
is.
So we talked a few nights ago about the reptilians, and you said they have two hearts kind of located in their armpits.
Right.
So what happens if you only hit one heart? Is it a redundant system, or do they need both to live? Like
No,
maybe
it's one and done. If you hit both, it's a bonus.
okay. If you hit if you hit one, they're gone.
It's one and done, right? One and done.
Well,
You can even stick a fucking a sword right up their fucking ass too, and it's still the same shit. Because I mean, it's
okay.
true. It's
Okay.
true. That's another entry point, right underneath their private parts, or right in their private parts.
Okay.
That's you can kill them right there too.
All right.
Like Vlad the Impaler did. You do that shit to them. Whop.
Ouch.
Actually, that's what they've been doing to us. That's what they've been doing to all you guys. When you guys get little spikes and stuff like that, that's literally what they're doing. They're taking their spears and they're stabbing you with it. Okay, so now we're returning the favor, assholes. Take
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Take that. And I'll give you some insight on my abilities. Some of you guys seen the movie King Arthur, where he just went into a different realm and was super fast, and then chop, 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 chop. Okay, well, I have those same abilities. I can go into literal an army base full of these fuckers and kill them all pretty much at the same time, maybe a split second behind. What? That way, or I can just go in and evaporate them all. So there's many ways that I've done it. Now I'm just at the point where I'm just zooming in on them and evaporating them because I've evolved my abilities to do so. I was doing it in different realms in the beginning, but then I started doing it where it became normal. And this is why people, places, and things are disappearing. When we see something in the news that was messed up or that needs to be fixed, all of a sudden you don't hear about it no more, and it was resolved. And if you go into the location, things look different because we are able to change reality. We're able to change things. So it's a lot you have to deal with. So it's a lot you have to swallow when you're trying to understand what I'm teaching you and what I'm telling you guys. Trying to understand Dad is next to impossible, even for myself, right? So I get it. Trying to understand me and trying to even believe what I'm saying is hard. However, we are energy bodies. We are energy beings. Everything around us is spirit, energy, dimension. We work in all of them. Once you understand how that works, then you will begin to understand what I am. Other than that, you'll be stuck in this 3D bullshit where nothing makes sense to you because you don't have 5-10 minutes to go do some research and learn this shit. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's eye-opening learning type of things that I'm teaching everybody. And when you do the practicing and the commands and the Jedi method that I'm teaching you, it will get you closer to me and Daddy. Period. Don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to nobody that just feels eerie. Don't listen to none of that shit, because if they're not making sense, if it's not adding up with what you're actually seeing happening nowadays, something wrong there.
Right.
Just like we haven't been arrested, right? And then all of a sudden she fades away. Come on, man. It's all bullshit. Stop listening to those fake ass people. You're gonna send out galactic arrest warrants for the king of everything? What? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And I'm doing things in a way where I'm trusting Dad 1,000%. 1,000%. If he tells me to do something, I'm going to do it. So what I do either breaks up things or enforces things, right? And that's what's happening. So we're breaking up the cabal bullshit, and then we're bringing all of us closer to each other. That's what we're doing. Literally. All of their dog eat dog mentality, all of their suppressing technology, all of their pay this, pay that, pay your bills nonstop bullshit is over.
Right.
And we're bringing all of that to the forefront. Basic income, free energy, free healthcare, free education. Move is going to be huge in this area, because not only will you learn, but you're going to learn how to build the things. You're going to learn how to understand the things. You're going to learn how the universe works. You're going to learn how dad works. You're going to learn all of it. The shit they're not teaching you right now and the stuff that they've been suppressing from you guys, you're going to learn it all because I'm going to guarantee it. Period. That alone should be exciting for you.
It's so exciting. It's so
Right.
exciting. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot to be done. There's a lot to learn, a lot of things that we can help with. And so I collected ideas for move and suggestions about locations. I did
Yep.
show them to JJ the other day. He was excited. And then I have collected some project ideas. So
Awesome.
all good stuff. I mean, there's all good stuff coming.
All of it. All of it. All of it.
Yeah.
And you know, we're going to be building up a more and more of a hands-on type of crew.
Yeah.
Me and my crew will be going different places with me. JJ and his crew with you. You and your crew with y'all. Everybody else's crew with them. Like this doesn't stop. We can't just,
Right.
you know, we can't just get all this stuff done and not continue, right? Because we're going to need all types of people participating so that no more children are taken, no more dark ones hoard the wealth, no more systems are designed to de-educate you, right? Teach you bullshit. No more pharmaceuticals that were always meant to keep you dependent on their pharmaceuticals. You got medical wands, chains, the chambers are coming out. I mean, hello.
Right.
Transportation that you wouldn't believe or thought was possible. We're literally going from the Flintstones to the Jetsons, like I've been saying all along. The cabal's finished everywhere. Everywhere. They're toast. They're done. Don't worry about what you're seeing in some of these social media posts. Worry about what dad got you doing right now. Right now, he's got us working on move. This is for all the Jedis, all you guys. And this is for all the future and past Jedis that went astray. Come on back and let's get to work. I forgive you. Period. We have a lot of work to do. You all see that none of the things that they've been trying to accomplish was accomplished. It's over. They're done. Come back home. Let's get this shit done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
And honestly, it's really fun to know that you make a difference. Your help, your ideas, your creativity, your time, it makes a difference.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So that's what we need. We need all you guys to, you know, make a difference. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Stop trying to stay on a sinking ship hoping it won't go down.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna fucking drown with that shit.
Yeah.
Jump off.
Yeah.
Here, grab my hand. Right?
Well, they're seeing their, associates be evaporated or worse, right? So they're getting scared. So like we've talked about, all you got to do is ask.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And you know, Fisher warned them. He said, that's him. He's coming.
Yeah.
He told me everything that I was going to be doing on the Real Truth Call, and it's still recorded. You can go back and listen to it.
Right.
But he told me everything that I was going to be doing. And while he was healing people and sending out care packages and angelic forces, I was following. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? I was watching the man work. And when I was doing that, I was going ahead of him and stopping blood in the brain, doing this, doing that, healing people. And that's how it all started. Because I was piggybacking on him. And he warned everybody, all of them, that I was coming, that I'm here. He did. So you got somebody that's been in that black ops and the secret space program for all his time there, above Majestic, warning all you guys that I'm coming, that I'm here, and you still didn't listen? Mm-mm-mm. Bad move. Bad
Right,
move.
right.
So now they're forced to deal with me. They're forced to admit it. Everything is like, and when I say forced, I don't mean like physically forced. It's like you don't have a choice no more. You were given opportunities to come forward and tell the people that the boss is here, right? And now we're at a point where no matter what you do, no matter where you turn, the boss is here, and it's going to be revealed that I'm the boss. And I love y'all too, by the way, right? I'm only coming at you and attacking you and talking shit about you because you know I'm the boss. You know I'm for real. You listen to my phone calls. You see the things happening around the world that I'm in part of, that I'm doing. And you still want to stay behind the scenes acting like you controlling the world? Yeah, no.
Okay,
So we got a lot to look forward to.
right.
All right, go ahead. What else we got?
Well, I was just gonna say, such a big week for multiple reasons. I think we've got Halloween was yesterday here. I don't know if it's celebrated around the country or not, or the world or not, but
Nope,
it's a big thing here.
nope. They don't do it. They don't do it nowhere else. A lot of people already know it's satanic.
Yeah. And then you've got the election, which is I think it's next what, Wednesday or Thursday or something.
Right?
So, like people are so fun.
Mm-hmm.
You'll put something out there and social media that's not even political, and they will bash you for liking one side or the other. They're fighting among themselves. It's just like, guys, can you step out of that program for just a minute?
Right, right, right.
It's not what it's not right. So I think that's why it also happened at this time. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next week.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch it all play out.
Yeah.
A correction: they do have Halloween in other like probably like London or shit like that.
Yeah.
But in places like Africa and Poland and all these other places, they don't have it because
Yeah.
they know it's satanic.
Mm.
And recently, all of the new individuals that have been coming to the table, one of the main questions was, what do you think about Trump and what do you think about these guys? I says, well, these guys, the Biden, Harris, and all them fools, they're already dead and gone. They're actors playing their role. And Trump and his crew, the fake Trump, the real Trump, all those crew members are going to have to do what I tell them to do anyway. And it's crickets after that.
Yeah.
It's crickets because they either don't believe it or don't know what to say. So they don't say shit.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Well, people are very charged about this topic. And like I said, they will fight. So I might have said this before. I put a funny joke out on Facebook like a couple weeks ago. And I actually even forget what it was. And my cousin called me and says, I'm defending you. I'm like, from what? What are you talking about? She goes, people are fighting over your post. I looked, 78 people were fighting over that. They were calling me names. They were doing like, and I'm like, I don't even remember what I put out there. It was just funny. Like, have a sense of humor, It's gonna be fun.
I'd like to see them fight over the fact that the missing children have been missing. Because there's multiple all of us say the same shit. Why is nobody talking about
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
You know, I'm sure you have a neighbor or somebody that's missing a child, right? I'm sure you know somebody who's lost a child, it's happening everywhere. It's millions of children go missing every year, and y'all worried about a fucking election.
Right, right. And then you think about what they've done to us in the past, whatever. I mean, it's been happening for thousands of years, but just take 50 years. The food system, poison, the water, poison, the air, poison. I mean, we're seeing it happen. We can read the poison ingredients and yet they're still eating it.
Right.
Of course, then we try to buy the healthy stuff and they sneak it in there. They're allowed to sneak so much in there. So
that's true. That's true.
yeah.
And you know, the good thing about all of this is that more and more people are coming forward with the truth. You like recently you got Dr. Jack Cruz coming out with all his stuff, right? And I already knew about the blue screen stuff. I already knew about some of the shit that he's talking about, which is why I made the different holograms, especially for the phone, because I understood that the blue screens and all that was fucking everybody up. I understood all that. I understood that the LED lights was designed to do certain things as well, right? It's all energy. No matter how you look at these devices and everything, it's energy. So if you have dark energy, you have negative frequencies within these phones and within these lights and everything, you already got the solution. It's a fucking sticker. Period. Period. Right? It's a sticker. Now, if you want to take steps, forward, right? If you want to take steps forward and bypass the sticker, learn the method that I taught y'all. Harness the energies and frequencies. Neutralize it on command. Whop, whop, whop. That's it. That's the real Jedi method. We're the real ones. We're not the fake ones. We're the real ones. Because no matter what type of army you got out there, there's a structure that's without dad. If your army doesn't have dad included within the army, you are not a fucking army. You're just a bunch of dudes in a row listening to some asshole. Right? So in order to have a real army that are real powerful, that can do just about anything, you have to become one of dad's soldiers. People tell me all the time, oh, I'm a warrior of God. Okay, let me see you do something.
That's good. That's good.
So I say that because you have to have a certain heart, a certain being, a certain energy, a certain connection to dad to even be able to use my method properly, correctly, and with accuracy. If you don't have those, if you don't have a heart, if you don't love and care for people, and you don't have that, you ain't shit. You never gonna be shit either.
And I just want to remind people too, the wands and the tools are tools. They're not mandatory. So you don't need to do anything with a tool. You can do things with just your energy, your thought, your intention, etc. Now it's super fun to have the jewelry, the wands, the whatever. But like, let's say you're out in public and you see someone that needs help. You can do it without having a wand and, spending an hour. You know what I mean? You can do it immediately.
That is true. That is very true. And dad told me that these were tools to show people that it's very real. I can do it all. I made a device for you to be able to do it yourself. And once you learn all this shit is real, then you can go back and take the Jedi method and take it serious, and then you can produce what everybody else is producing.
Yeah.
So there's different levels to this, different stages, different state of consciousness, different dimensions. This dimension, you see my finger, I'm pointing it. In the other dimension, the finger lights up and the energy comes out of it. So there's multiple levels to all of this. And I'll give you a perfect an example in the movie, The Green Lantern. He puts the ring on. With the ring, he's able to manifest things instantly. We can do that as well within our own imagination, and then it happens. As long as you have the power and the know-how and the daddy factor in it all, what shit just happens. So that's where your manifestation begins. Your manifestation begins in your mind's eye, right? So it works against you as well. Because if your imagination, or if you think that you can't do it, guess what? Your ass ain't doing it. Meanwhile, everybody else is doing it because they believe they can do it, then they know they can do it. That's why the method is important, because I move people out of believing. Belief systems change every day, right? So I use the method with the pendulum so that you remove the doubt and you leave believing into knowing. Once you do something with the method and the pendulum, blah, 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 you don't believe it's possible anymore. You know it is. And then you just continue, go down the road and pop, pop, pop. Right. Change the frequencies of light poles, change the frequencies of blue screens, change the frequencies of people, the fruits and vegetables, just like that.
Right.
So once you understand that all this is possible by using the method and learning everything and using the tools, then you can become like the rest of us. Boom.
Oh, well, it's really a confidence too. And then of course, creativity. So it becomes part of your lifestyle. Like initially when you're first learning, you're a little nervous and it might take you longer and you have to figure things out. But after a while, it's part of your just walking around the world. It's your life. Yeah.
It becomes natural because it was natural in the first place. The problem is they took you away from being natural.
Yeah.
Why do you think they're trying to make AI soldiers and robots and cyborgs out of your ass?
Yeah.
Because it takes you away from being natural. Now, when the people finally understand that we have all these abilities, just nobody helped you activate them,
right?
It's going to be a game changer. It's already a game changer for us, those of us that are paying attention, right? And I understand totally as far as the claims that I claim, right, about who I am and whatnot. Move past that and listen to what I'm telling you and reproduce it. Because once you do reproduce it, you'll be very thankful that you listened to what I said.
Right. Right.
Period.
Most people that have been with you for years, like they only report good things, right? Yeah. Now they occasionally get attacked, but their life gets better, 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 better. Their vibration is higher. Their families are, a lot of our families aren't on the program, but they're watching it. They're benefiting from being around us, right. And they are listening and watching. So it does sink in. It just, they don't want to admit they're wrong.
Yeah. That's the first thing you said was very accurate. When you do this process, you will be attacked from all angles.
Yeah.
From spouses, from work, from your bank account, cars, you name it. Everything is literally an attack that is designed to get you off of the path Daddy wants you to go.
Right.
That's why it's called Source Directives, because it's his directives. Once you start Daddy's directives, then you'll see all of the different obstacles clearly, and then you'll understand that this happened because it's an attack to stop me from doing this. So this is what I see exactly what it is. Sometimes I get frustrated about certain things and certain people when I tell them over and over, this is what it is. I get frustrated, and then things get worse or for a couple minutes or whatnot. And then I have to clear everybody up and then move forward. Otherwise, we'll be in the same cycle, getting nothing done. That's what they do. So once you start doing what I'm doing, once you're fully engaged in all of this stuff and moving forward and helping out, the attacks become real. The best thing about it all as well is once the attackers reveal themselves by attacking, then we can go ahead and eliminate them. So that's another big part of clearing the planet of all this bullshit, all this cesspool of darkness, right? When you hit a being with heavy love and light, that being literally gone, evaporates. So that's the benefit from all of this. We're clearing the way. We're like those big ass sharks floating into a bed of fish, and all the fish move out the way. It's literally what we are. Those lions that are coming down the road, running together. That's what we are. So the more and more we get attacked, the stronger we become too. That's another benefit from it all. The more we get attacked for doing the right thing, the stronger we become, the more abilities Daddy gives us, the more talents he opens and he allows us to use. That's what I've been going through these last 9+ years. It's literally what I've been going through. So I'm becoming stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, just like y'all. Y'all becoming stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. We know a lot of Jedis are, dead and gone and fell by the wayside and all that. We know all of it. We've seen it all happen. Y'all seen people turn on me all the time. And my message never changes because it's the truth. And that's why I'm telling all of them, come back, come home. Let's get this shit done. I forgive y'all. We got more important things to do than worry about what you said to me or what you did to me. I don't care. You already learned your lesson. I believe you did. I'm not going nowhere. I'm fucking screwed. I'm stuck here. so let's get this done. Let's get to work. Let's go. Come on.
Yep.
Stop all the hocus pocus shit and do what I'm telling you to do. Let's get this shit done. Focus on helping someone. Focus on, being a beacon of light for Dad. Otherwise, you'll fade away and people won't want to talk to you because you were revealed for what you are.
Right.
So it's a good thing that's happening right now. And Dad is super lenient. He forgives everybody. And I have to do it too, because I'm not going to be mad at you lowering my vibration for being mad at you. You know what you did. That's enough. I'm gonna be like, yeah, he fucked up, but it's cool. I forgive him. But just stay over there, because I don't want you fucking nothing else up.
Right.
And it's only right. I still love you. Right? Yeah. Go help somebody and you'll be all right. That's it. That's where we're at with it all. All right, go ahead. Next question.
All right. Well, we got a whole lot of questions here. All right.
Go ahead.
All right. RH negative blood or RH blood. Is that a special kind of blood? Can you explain that quickly?
Yeah, it's off planet. They say it's ET, but it's actually an old humanoid bloodline, which is what I'm a part of too. My mom is RH negative, but my blood is I think it's O or something like that. But I can also change my blood.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can give anybody blood. The greyhounds, they can give all the dogs blood. So if I had to be a donor for blood for anybody, I can do that because I have the ability to change my blood. However, that's no longer necessary because I got a method that cleans you up. It heals you and all that. But yes, there is an off-planet humanoid species. And they have abilities. That's that. Next
Okay.
question.
Okay. Celebrities that have either faked their deaths or have been replaced without their consent. So are they up on your ships? Are they being protected? Are they all in one spot, kind of? Or
It's all the above.
okay.
It's all the above. You won't know for sure who, went, where, what, how until this is all done. And however, yes, it's all the above.
Okay. So some of them are waiting to unveil themselves. Like some are living among us quietly, some are in hiding, some are on the ships, blah, 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 blah. And they'll be coming out once they feel it's safe.
And majority of them were on my team before y'all knew it all. You remember how I talk about going in and out of different portals and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Well, my teammates are doing the same thing all around the world. Okay, so that's why we always mess around with Michael and all that because he's part of the crew.
I know. It's gonna be fun. Like I don't know that I know certain pieces, but I think it's gonna be super fun to reveal it all.
Well, it's no accident that his children are in contact with me and all that other stuff. So
Yeah.
His real children, by the way.
Yeah.
Along with a lot of other different actors. Some of them are on ships. Some of them are in military hiding, military. What do you call it? Those programs where you witness protection programs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad that was brought up just now because a lot of the people in the witness protection programs were also involved with killing witnesses. So we had to address that as well. You go into a witness protection program and then you die because that's what they were doing. So it's all good. We're cleaning that shit up too. There's nothing that we not involved in.
Okay. Okay. How about the children that have been abused? Are they up on the ships? Are they like, we've talked about them being healed. Like years ago, you said you gave them angelic ice cream. And their trauma has been healed. Now, then with the Israeli children, a lot of them have come back as adults and they're fighting or were fighting in the war.
Yep.
So are the kids still in kid format or does that depend on the individual?
It's the same, all the above. You got some that were totally damaged on the ships because of the requirement that, well, not what they required.
Right.
The only thing that can save them were the chambers on the ships.
Okay.
And the medical team that's on the ships, kind of like Star Trek, right? Star Wars. You have to take people to sick bay.
Yeah.
So that's a real thing. The ones that we can just heal up and heal them up and send them back to the parents, we did that as well.
Yeah.
There was other ones that unfortunately I had to send to daddy.
Okay.
And those, like I said, those will be able to return either in the same body or in another body that will come in and do have another lifetime, another
Right.
I really can't say lifetime. Well, yeah, I can say lifetime, but it won't be like you're coming back to experience death again because death is over. That's another part of what these cabal members and these different groups out there don't understand, that we're not dying after this shit. We're going to live forever, like ever. So that's what they're losing too. It's not just their soul, it's everything. So you sold your soul or your body to gain riches and gain wealth, and you thought it was going to only last for this amount of time because you were going to die. That you got bamboozled, you got tricked into that shit. So that being said, if you turn to daddy right now and you contact those of us that know, mainly me, I can protect you I can clear everything's up. I can educate you on the truth. I can show you the way, and I can restore that everlasting part that you lost when you did what you did. So it's deep. This is deep. This is real deep what's happening. Nobody understands it totally because you've been bamboozled with all the different groups out there with all the different religions, and everybody's
Right.
pulling and tugging at you and fighting each other for no fucking reason at all.
Right.
Actually, there was a dark reason behind it all because they're the ones that put all these things in place, not daddy.
Right. Agreed. Yeah.
So they're losing all of that, all of it. You're losing everything. Period.
Think of it this way, from like an average human standpoint. We have a fear of death. We have a fear of getting hurt or whatever. And think of how that holds us back from living life fully because we don't want to damage our body. We don't want to this, we don't want to that, or take the risk. It's affected our lives in a huge way.
That's true.
Huge. So again, another way we've been tricked that greatly affects how we live our lives.
That's true. Fearing death, fearing all this bullshit, fearing getting old, which is all bullshit.
Yeah.
Early on in my life, I knew that I couldn't be killed because I was in 9 car accidents. I was shot at point blank range. I fell off of a building. I had all of these experiences that a normal person would have died.
Right.
And I walked out of every single one of them. And because of things like that, I have no fear whatsoever. None.
Yeah.
I fear for you guys more than I fear for myself because I understand that you guys can't protect yourselves the way that I can protect myself because you don't fucking know how to. So yes, I fear for y'all.
Not having that fear allows you to play a bigger game.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And what another thing I wanted to point out is I've tried to do this when we've talked with other people I've interviewed. They've almost been killed so many times.
Right.
Yet here they are.
That's true. That's true.
Here they are.
One of the first conversations with me and Dr. WC, she says, Smarty, I just love you. You're not afraid of nothing. I said, Dr. WC, I don't have no fucking time to be afraid of anything.
You didn't say it that way because she would have smacked you.
No, I did say it that way. And this was a private call. She's like, watch your mouth. I said, I'm sorry, man.
She did not like the language. I'm just gonna say that. That's
no,
funny.
she didn't. She didn't.
Yeah,
and I had to hold back from being myself on her call. Except for when she wasn't there. And then the next day, I heard you.
Yeah. So really, like, just think of like how we've been tricked has affected like the financial system, death, how big that affects our lives and the lives of all those around us.
Right.
Not good. Not good.
Now that we're talking about that, think about this right now, that everybody's on it right now. Everybody's looking for the fountain of youth. Everybody's looking for that pill that will reverse your aging and all that stuff. What if I told you that all you had to do was think it and be it? Right? There are supplements like moringa oil and moringa powder and CBD and all types of other stuff that will maintain and restore your youth and all that. But what if we can take all that shit, ball it up in a ball of energy and put it into a sticker? I've already done it. Now the people are catching up to the fact that it's already done, and Smarty has it on his website for less than $100. Actually, I think 111. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember, I don't know if you remember, but somebody asked me, "Can we live off of these things?" And I says, "Absolutely. All you have to do is when you enhance your abilities, you walk up to the coaster, you put your hand on it, you absorb the energy. It's the same as going outside and sun gazing, because the energy is right there, and it's even better because it's from Dad. Boom! How you like me now?
Yeah, yeah. That's
Let's
awesome.
go. Let's go.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah.
him. Stop him. Stop him. Stop him.
Well, like literally wearing a simple piece of jewelry or having the hollows in your house. It's a passive way to get health and healing.
That's right. That's right.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
One of the young ladies in Africa put on the bracelet, and she had to take it off because she felt the heat on it, and she said as it was burning her. I was like, okay, let me do this, let me do that. All right, go ahead, put it back on. So then she puts it back on and she didn't feel it. So what I had to do was tone down the energy and sync it to her so that it wouldn't affect her.
Yeah.
But the fact that she can feel it was all I needed to know. Daddy always told me that certain places around the world aren't going to have to deal with some of the mind shit that we've been dealing with here, because these people are already enlightened and they can feel and see energy. They can do things that you can't do here because of the food system, the water system,
Right.
the entertainment system, all the bullshit they got polluting your mind over here.
Yeah.
It literally fucking dumbed you down in multiple ways.
Yeah.
So that being said, the pendants, all the products have energies and frequencies to keep you protected, keep you around. And there's a sale right now, and that money is going to back to the campaigns. It's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that's happening. Yeah. And it's not going to stop. We're going to continue to do all these things where it's like, it's the hottest thing to do is go to one of these events, you know, and then once the school systems fade away because we consumed all that shit, people are going to come out of school and go straight to Zoom. I mean, straight to Move, you know, and we're going to do it in such a way where the school system fades away and then Move becomes the new thing. JJ already knows he's got to buy up all the school systems everywhere. All the schools, period.
I just had an image of like the Vulcans, like when Spock was young, they put him in these little things where they were hammered by like all these screens, facts and figures, and they're learning all this stuff, and they learn to fight and all that, and it's holographic in nature. That's a cool way to learn, but they're isolated that way. But they learn fast.
However, it's also a real thing.
Oh.
You can literally download frequencies and programs in the mind's eye and then have those abilities because it's a real thing. The same way the cabal programmed you into believing all this bullshit, we can put together a program that you go into these Move facilities, you learn everything you got to learn, and automatically you have the abilities to do everything you just learned without even realizing it. And there's movies showing you this shit, true.
The Matrix. So he goes like, I want to learn how to like what? Fly a helicopter, blah, 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 blah. And then they do it. Or
exactly
how to fight.
You got the Matrix, you got Lucy, you got a Bloodshot with the the Vin Diesel movie. You got all these different movies showing you guys this stuff.
Yeah.
And the reason why you got it in the movies is because the Pentagons are the ones that are making the fucking movies. Okay?
Yes.
So come on now, get with the program, start participating in what I'm doing and saying, start the method, help with the campaigns. Let's move forward, and you guys will see and grow into what Dad wants us all to be.
Right.
And I'm the coolest commander in chief there is. So let's go. Let's rock and roll.
Definitely the most fun.
Yeah, and the most fun too. Yeah, we all gonna be hanging out everywhere. We're gonna take over restaurants. Oh shit, here comes Smarty and the crew. But they're not gonna say oh shit in a bad way. Oh shit, they're gonna be like, oh shit, we're getting paid because everybody
You'll have an entourage of like 100 people, and they'll be like, "Whoa, priority seating," you know?
Yeah, yeah, and they're going to know that they're getting paid that day because we're all there.
Yeah, yeah,
So we're changing the world everywhere.
cool.
We've already have changed the world, and we're continuing to change the world. We're turning the world right side up, and the dark forces don't have a say. Their court systems, their law systems, their medical systems, the militaries, all the bullshit that they designed to suppress the people and control y'all, daddy's eliminating. Wop, delete, 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 delete.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. Love that.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, we talked a second about religion, and again, heavy programming with the religions. All right. And they weren't all good places to be. Like, we all think the churches are so special, but what they do behind the scenes is pretty nefarious. And it's been like that for thousands of years. So let me
Yep.
just ask these questions. This is about miracles in the church or among those believers. Okay, so are they real, or are they a trick, or how are they created? Like, so for example, we've had Virgin Mary's appearances, like Fatima and all around the world, Guadalupe, that sort of thing. Are they real? Is that,
A lot of them are real,
yep,
and a lot of them are fake as well.
okay,
If you notice, those of us that really have these abilities don't operate in some building. We're doing it in world, in the open, and telling you guys that this is the
yeah,
case.
yeah,
I did it 19,000 years ago, right? And I got crucified for the shit. This time around, they can't do that shit to me. But I'm saying that to say this: a lot of what you're seeing in these churches and in these so-called religious things are not all true, or not all real. You may have a pastor that um, can do these things and perform these miracles and wonders. However, I haven't seen none here in the U.S. that actually are doing it. I do see it overseas because they don't have the programming that they do here. Overseas people are healed. There are other pastors. Actually, there are some pastors that can actually do it here. However, those guys were murdered. They were taken out. You got some pastors that were growing children's legs back. Where's he at? Why is nobody talking about him? Where's, right? Then you got these people overseas that are doing these miracles and wonders and don't even have a church. They're doing it in the dirt, surrounded by a bunch of people. You got people floating in the air out there. The Essenes, the Essenes are the ones that have all these type of abilities. They've been demonstrating them for thousands of years, and they still exist. They're still here. They were the ones that actually helped me escape back in the day. That being said, we're about to find out who's fake and who's not, and that's all that really, that's all that really matters to us right now.
yeah, okay.
Um, because of you guys learning the method and all that, you will know who's for real and who's not. Period.
So bottom line is, there's all these miracles and appearances and stigmata and all that. Some are real and some are fake, and you need to have discernment. Okay.
Right. You
Would
can
that be?
actually, yes, that's accurate. You can actually feel the bullshit, literally.
Yeah. So sometimes people will ask me stuff, and it's like, I'm trying to put it back on them. You have to figure it out. Like, it's always great to be spoon fed, but there's a certain limit. You have to figure your answer out, right? And so I've got people tell me their story, then they want me to interpret it for them. Well, what's it feel? Does it feel real? Does it feel fake? And then, can you use a pendulum? Can you use muscle testing and ask questions and figure it out? Because that's what I had to do.
Yeah, exactly. We all had to do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times people answer their own questions.
Yeah. They just want it easy, and I don't blame them, but it is an interesting topic because we've had appearances for hundreds of years, thousands of years, or whatever, and the legends go down, and when you hear someone like that has appeared, you want to believe it, and it causes you to have more faith in the church and what they theoretically represent.
Yeah, and also a lot of people just want the validation of what dad is already telling them.
Yeah.
They say something told me this, something told me that. Well, that something is dad. So
Yeah.
if dad told you that, then it's true. So all we doing is validating it for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when people find out about us and start to learn about us, they get a overwhelming relief because shit, I finally found my people. I finally found people that are actually talking on how I feel, saying the shit that I know is true.
Right.
Right. And there are some other groups that are regurgitating the shit that we're saying, and you seeing that too, by the way. People are now starting to talk exactly like me. Where did they get it from? Me. So that's fine. I don't care. But what I'm saying is there's going to be more and more of validations for everybody across the board, because that's something that is actually called dad, God, creator, source, whatever y'all want to call him. And he's going to validate things for you in a way where you cannot deny it. Period. If I tell you something is accurate and something is real, that's what it is. Because I get my information from dad. And me knowing that if I bullshit you, I can lose some of my abilities. Why the fuck would I do that? Huh?
Right. Right.
No, not happening. So if I don't know nothing, if I don't get the message from dad that ain't right or accurate or nothing like that.
Right.
Period. And there are some cases where I literally have to not answer a person until I get the right information myself.
Okay.
So sometimes people text me and I won't get back to them right away. Or sometimes people ask me questions on the spot. And if I'm not clear on it, I'll be like, okay, I'll see what's up. And then I go about my business while I'm still thinking about, waiting for dad to tell me the information, and then I'll come back with the information.
Yeah.
Most of the time is right on time and right on the spot. Other times it's just I have to review everything because there's so much shit to cover, and you don't want to give people wrong information, especially if there's a life and death type of scenario.
Right.
Right. Not recently, but for a long time, people would contact me because they have a loved one who's getting ready to expire or in surgery or accident or all this stuff. And I just say dad's will be done. It's simple. It gets me out the way, meaning I don't have to sit there and say all of this nonsense or bullshit, like everything's going to be all right, blah, 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 blah. I'll just text back saying dad's will be done and leave it at that. Because at the end of the day, it is dad's will that will be done, period. Right. So I'm enforcing that shit just by saying it.
Yep.
And I started saying that only because I knew that certain people were going to go.
Yeah.
Because they chose to. And a loved one don't want to hear that shit right at that time. Right? So that's what I've been doing. Smarty, my brother just popped the brain tumor. I mean, some shit happened, blah, blah, blah. Okay, pop, 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 pop. Dad's will be done. That's it. I do my part and leave it alone. Right. And then I'll go ahead and check on them. Or they'll just they'll text me before I check on them. And 9 times out of 10, the person's healed. Right? So 9 out of 10 is not bad at all. And that one had to go. I had to go do something else. So instead of getting people mad at me, I just say, Dad's will be done.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Well, obviously, none of us want our loved ones to go.
Obviously, right.
But like you said, sometimes they have other missions or stuff to do.
Yep. Yep.
So,
I had to experience it myself, mom and dad, you know, uncles, grandfathers. So
yeah.
I had to experience it myself, and that's what Daddy told me. His will be done. You know more than me? No, I don't, Daddy. I'm just saying, you know, I could have healed them if I let you. Okay, you got me. You got me there, Daddy. I don't want no problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want no problems with Daddy.
Yeah. And even if you want someone healed and it's not their time, it's not going to happen anyway. So,
No, it's not. It's not. So I've learned over the years to just say that and you know, command the healing and then wait for the results, because at the end of the day, I'll do my part. If I see the brain bleeding, or if I see the cancer cells, or if I see you know, whatever's wrong with the person, I'll do what I'll do. Bop, 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 wop. And then I'll just say, okay, done. Daddy's will be done. And then walk away. And that's literally what happens. I get praise reports a day or two, or almost instantly in some cases. So I don't. I've learned to get my emotions out of things, because I don't want to lose nobody. My job is to heal everybody.
right.
And I used to get um, emotional and be like messed up. Why you give me all these abilities, and then you know, I lost the person that I was just working on, blah blah blah. And that's when he had to sit me down and explain to it all. Like, I even had tears in my eyes, because I don't want to lose anybody I work on
Right.
at all. That's how much I love people. I love doing what I do. I don't want to lose anybody, right? Even what we're seeing in Gaza right there, I don't want to see that shit. I'm ready to go in and kill every fucking body. However, it's Dad's will. So he sat me down and explained all this stuff to me, and that's why I operate the way that I do. You know, I can only do so much. And that's why I say some of the stories about my previous lives was bullshit too, because people don't know. They don't know what we did back then. How did you know? Did you walk with me back then? No. So shut the fuck up.
We're going to find out though, right?
Absolutely. Everything's recorded.
Yeah. Okay.
Think about it. We are in a simulation. So what do you think? Is it recorded or not?
Yes.
Okay.
From different angles too.
Yeah, we're in a we're in a natural simulation that they trying to overpower,
Yeah.
overtake. Shit's not happening. So, yes, everything is recorded.
Awesome. Awesome.
And the designer doesn't let me save everybody, because everybody has other missions. So, yes. It's another reason why we can manifest things instantly, because we are in a simulation.
Right. Right.
It's a natural one, however, it's still a simulation.
But even though it feels like in a way a game, it's a very serious game.
Oh, it's a very serious game, yes.
Yeah.
That's also why we're getting ready to transform, because we are in a simulation.
Right.
Just like the Matrix, just like all the other movies, we're getting ready to become crystalline based energy, new bodies, indestructible. That's the next phase of this simulation. Fucking awesome.
Totally awesome.
It's beautiful.
The next level of the game, right?
Yeah, checkpoint.
Yep.
We just passed another level. Here's the checkpoint. There's no going back.
So this week was a big deal.
This week was a real big deal, and the evidence to follow. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome news. Awesome
Yep.
news. Okay, prison systems. Will we see the release of a lot of the prisoners that are unjustly held?
Yes, ma'am. No, 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 no bodily harm, no crime. You can't be locked up for not paying a parking ticket. That's a cabal system. It's the way they controlling people with the money, right? There's no crime there. There's no injured party. Why are you locked up?
Well, you see, it's coming out now that the prisoners, they're finding them, dead, or they're using them for organs, and then they die. But the way they're treating them is pretty horrific.
Hey, they've been doing this for thousands of years, so you don't expect them to stop unless we put an end to them, which we are.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen a lot of horrible things in jail. People even got killed and all that. And some of the people that are actually doing life sentences were there just because they stole meat. And this is a particular incident in my area where I lived at in Pennsylvania. Guy goes in jail for stealing meat because he wanted to feed himself and his kids. Goes to jail, gets into a fight with his cellmate. Cellmate ends up bumping his head on the toilet that they have right there in the same fucking cell, which is inhumane, by the way. Bumps his head on the toilet. The guy ends up dying. So now he's got a murder case. When all he was trying to do was feed his daughter that some fucking asshole could have just gave to him. Could have just gave him the meat. This whole place is ass backwards. It needs to be reversed.
So those people will be let free, and they'll be able to live again. And we know there's an agenda, and we've been hearing about it a lot from the rapper guys. Basically, there's an agenda to fill those prisons and the jails up.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
It's and the music industry was also a part of that agenda to do what they're doing, get everybody gangster this, gangster that, drugs this, drugs that, bitches this, bitch and that, fame and fortune and blah 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 blah, and shoot them up, bang bang bang, because you got all of these thousands and millions of children, kids, and teenagers, and adults even listening to this shit. And especially when they go to the club and drink alcohol, then you drinking the cans of courage, and now you all pumped up, ready to do some shit. You end up in jail because you just did something that will keep you there forever. And because you did that, because they programmed the whole thing from start to finish, now they're banking off of your birth certificate that they put your footprint on from the beginning. Now that's paying the entire system that they got going. It's all been planned.
Also, they're feeding off the misery that they're creating.
Exactly. Big time. That's the bigger picture for them. Because now you got thousands of children, or not children, you got thousands of youth and teenagers and men all in one place, wanting to be out, stressing about not being home and missing their loved ones. And they create that loosh over that jail, and they stay in power that way because they're feeding themselves energetically.
Right. So you're aware of all that, and you've got your eye on that as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Daddy got everything covered.
Okay. We already talked about the witness protection program, and you said that they are actually occasionally killing the witnesses.
Well, you see what just happened to the star witness in Puffy's case. He jumped out of a window.
Yeah.
Which is actually a bullshit story.
Of course.
He went into witness protection program and they were planning to kill him, which is what we stopped yesterday.
Ooh. Interesting.
All of it is. That's another reason why we have to keep Puffy alive. Diddy, right? we got to keep his ass alive so that we can get the rest of them.
Yeah.
And we are, and we have. So now we're letting it all play out. That
Well, that was my question. When you say we have to get the rest of them, are you talking you guys, or is it for the public's eye?
yeah, it's for the public eye.
Okay.
Because you have to understand, we are playing chess.
Yeah.
And we are moving players on the chessboard. And it's already done.
Okay.
So
I talked with somebody that knows somebody that worked for him the other day, and he said that you go under in those tunnels and the smell is horrific. And I forget the number. Let's say it was 95 bodies were under there. Does anyone in the general public know that yet? No.
well, the ones that do won't say anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So that's what the problem is. In the streets, you have a code of conduct, whatever.
Yeah.
where where you don't do certain things. You don't
Right.
snitch on people. You don't tell on nobody. You don't do this. You don't do that. That's literally what they also bank on within that whole
Yeah.
rap system, jail system, all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They bank on you guys not telling nobody nothing. Right? So
Yeah.
what's happening is people are waking up to the fact that it's all been set up and now it's time to tell.
Right. Right.
They are trying to take out everybody that's telling. However, that's why we're here, to protect the ones that have the full knowledge of all of it, so that we can reveal it to the world in a way where, in a way where you're going to find out about the children, you're going to find out about the seances, you're going to find out about the overseers or the reptilian overlords. You're going to find out about the vampires, the fucking whatever you want to call them, Dracos, reptilians, vampires, Greys, Anunnaki, all the above. You're going to find out about all of it. And after that, or not after that, because it's going to happen at the same time. We're revealing ourselves and we're taking them out at the same time. So you're going to see all that, and then you're going to see all this. Period. There's no way around it. That's why we're doing things ahead of the game. Dad knows all this shit is already done with. So that's why he's got us doing this, because we're all on the same trajectory, or how you say that?
Trajectory.
Right. We're all the same. We're going the same fucking timeline.
Yeah.
And you got good stuff happening and bad stuff happening on the same timeline, and it's all intertwining with it all. So at the end of the day, Royal Crowns Productions will be the top entertainment company in the world. Apple will be it may get a facelift, but you'll have everything there the same without the BS. The banking system will be taken over by yours truly, and the armies of the Angelics and Galactics will be seen and they will be known. And you won't want to fuck around and find out with these guys, because you're going to find out everything we've already been doing, and you're going to be thankful for it. So we're changing everything. Everything's changing. Everything. And even, those people that say they're in charge, they know they're not, and they're excited too. Whether they whether they admit it or not right away, they're excited too, because they know that I've been telling the truth this whole time.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah, very.
Awesome. All right. Are we at a good resting point, or do you want to go for more questions?
Yeah, we're good. We're good for right now. We did what we got, like 2 hours?
Yeah, and I've got a whole bunch of questions. I have some of my own, but I will ask them next time.
All right. Well, if we got time, sometime we could do something tomorrow. But I do got heat on my ass, so I got to give B a call back so we can figure out.
That's how it works. So when there's heat on the ass, that means there's something they gotta work on now, so.
Right. That's true. So,
Yeah.
that being said, I love all you guys, and pay attention because the shift is hitting the fan.
Thank you for all you're doing. It's so exciting.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I love it. I love every minute of it.
Yep.
It's difficult at sometimes for all of us. However, Dad knows everything, and as long as we stick together and we do what Dad wants us to do, he's going to show us the fruits of our labors. We're going to be able to enjoy the fruits of our labors.
Excellent.
All right. Love all you guys.
Thank you so much, Smarty. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.